Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Crusader Kings 2 Irish Spring. I'm Nerdstalgic, and it's been a while since I've recorded, so I don't exactly remember everything that's going on, so I'm just going to kind of take you guys through what I normally do to kind of refresh myself on what's going on after I load a game. And this is generally what I do regardless of whether it's been 1 week since I've played or 1 day since I've played. So I always start with the alerts. So we only have one alert. As we grow bigger, we're going to find that we're going to have more and more and more alerts every time we load up. We have an important decision available to extort subjects. So if you remember, subject extortion is a direct result of our ambition to build a war chest. So that tells us something already. It tells us our ambition is to build a war chest, and because we're a duke, we can look up at our gold and we can see we're pretty close to that. I think that's what that kind of starts ringing bells for me. It kind of reminds me that what we're doing is we're saving our money until we build up this war chest is what we're doing right now. So that's kind of why I go through all this stuff. I'm a very, I mean, everybody is kind of like this, but association memory. You remember, you notice one thing, and then it leads you to remember all this other stuff. But whatever, we're not here to talk about the psychology of a brain or whatever. Okay, so it looks like if we look over here, we can, without even clicking on the council button, we can see what our council's up to. So we're trying to fabricate a claim in Sildara on this guy, and it's probably because his state intrigue is really low. I'm not 100% for sure on this, but I think that this does play a factor in people being able to fabricate claims on you, or you being able to fabricate claims on people. So I usually tend to go for, unless I have a specific goal in mind as to what I'm trying to fabricate a claim on. If I'm just randomly trying to reach out and grab things, I normally will look for a county or a duchy that has low state intrigue. So that's why we're trying to fabricate on Sildara. Okay, we're training troops, we're collecting taxes, we're scheming here. So I think the reason that we're scheming there, scheming being basically trying to uncover plots, is we've already managed to uproot the guy down here. However, this guy is still in power. We were trying to kill him, I think, because we're his heir at the moment, because he just turned 16. So now we are trying to uncover a plot, because if we can catch him plotting, say, if we can catch him plotting to try to fabricate a claim on our duchy, then we can do exactly the same thing that we did to his father. And this time we will actually be able to revoke his stuff, so because we didn't have the prestige last time. And then we have our court chaplain improving the religious relations with the Pope, which makes a lot of sense. We have important decisions, really? Oh yeah, the subject extortion, duh. Okay, do we have any claims on anything? So instead of just like clicking around and looking to see who you can declare war on and why you can declare war on them, a quicker way to find out what you've got claims on is to click on your county capital, or I think just kind of anywhere in your kingdom, and go over here to the map and you click diplomatic relations. And then anything that comes up highlighted in yellow, you can hover over, and it means that you have a casus belli to attack them. So we can see, now it doesn't necessarily mean that the casus belli belongs to you though. It could just be one of your subjects in your kingdom has some kind of a claim on there. So you do have to dig a little bit deeper. We can see we have 2 casus belli on County of Osrage. We have a claim Osrage, casus belli, and then make tributary. So interesting. Okay, we have claim on Lagaine. We have a claim. Oh, we have make tributary on Dublin. We have claim Argala. Claim Tirogay. Now, then what we can do is we can look at our character here and we can see what he has a claim on. He has a strong claim on Lagain. So the only thing that our king himself has a claim on is this county, which is actually a twofer. The same guy also controls Dublin, which means he's kind of stronger. He has 2,000 troops and no allies currently. Interesting. I think he was allied to somebody. So he has 2,000 troops. How many troops do we have? 2,500. So what we could do is we could wait until we hit 500 gold, and then we could attack him to take Leged. But we would have to hire mercenaries, more than likely. Because 2,500 to 2,000 is a little bit... Doesn't mean you can't win, but it's a little bit tighter than I like to see. So, anyways... I mean, we could also raise our vassal levies and get an additional 300 or 400, but still, even that's kind of tight. So, okay, well, who's got the claim here? Oh, this guy. He's got the claim on Ostrage. Interesting. So if we attack this guy, what will happen is this Earl Olav will end up having both of those counties. But he does have an ally. He's allied with the Petty King of Gwynedd, who has a lot of troops. So we're not going to go after him. Okay. So I think we know kind of what we're wanting to do in the near future. We are still Gavelkind because we only have one son. A few of you had asked, why are you not trying to produce a spare? Common strategy in Crusader Kings 2 is to have an heir and a spare. And the reason is I'm kind of gambling, basically, that this guy will die before this guy dies. And even if this guy did die, he has already produced 4 children. Ooh, she's strong. Anyways, he's already produced 4 children. So, and 2 of which can inherit. So if we look at the Petty Kingdom of Mumu, we can probably see that some of these guys are in line, yeah. Fursu and Aranach are both number 2 and number 3. So it's not that we don't have a spare, it's that our spares are further down the line at this point. So, and I didn't want to produce another child because basically I didn't want to have to switch away from Gavelkind if I don't have to. And normally our way when you're Gavelkind of dealing with people that you don't want in your succession is to appoint them successors to take them out of the succession. However, being that we're so old, if we had a child now, there's a definite chance that they wouldn't come of age, so that we could appoint them, because you can't appoint children. So, is there anybody that's in our family line that's... This is a good way to get rid of people who are ambitious. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I just woke up not too long ago, threw on a hoodie, and was just like, I've really got to record. I was supposed to record yesterday, and I bungled it. I have a schedule. You guys have seen my schedule, and I just completely bungled it, so... Ugh, anti-pope. Man, we've got an anti-pope and our moral authority is still 92%? That is sick. Oh, it's because this guy has stupid piety. Oh man, when this guy dies, he's a drunkard. He's the drunkard pope. That's terrible. Okay. Well, I guess let's unpause. Right? Try to build up our money. Where are these guys? Dominal's host. Yeah, I've got a host over here somewhere that's attacking. And we'd really like to catch this guy in some kind of a plot so we could revoke his stuff, get him out, and make our own levy bigger. So we're gaining how much? 5.3 gold is not bad because we have not invested like anything in our counties yet. Isabel d'Urgel, the wife of Prince Sancho of Aragon, has been spending a few days in Troisdaumaine. It's been a very nice experience meeting her. Maybe our peoples are not that different after all. Well, yeah, we could be friends, Prince Sancho. Hey, we got a tithe. It's going to put us even closer. Dear King Murchad of Mumu, if this agreement can lead to a better understanding between our peoples, I'll put effort into opening our borders to visitors from Europe. So now we have a non-aggression pact with this guy, the Count Sancho of Alto Aragon. So basically, Aragon here. We have a nice non-aggression with Aragon. Great. Who cares? They're so small, it's not a huge deal. I mean, the cool thing is this can lead to alliances that are not formed by marriages. We could try to make an alliance with this guy, but why the hell would we at this point? There would be, I mean, a non-aggression pact, you know, that's my wife. My wife just died. Oh, no. So that means we need to pick another old lady to marry. Oh, and we also have a child that lacks an education focus. So this is our oldest grandson who stands a good chance of inheriting everything. We picked the genius, not the genius, I'm sorry, the thrift childhood focus to try to get curious to evolve into something else. He also picked up indolent, which isn't great. But his scores are looking okay. So, if we do this, the indolent will be hampered. Not good. Curious. So he's kind of more in the, his curious leads him down more towards Diplo. Plus, indolent doesn't hamper Diplo focus. You know, let me pull up something real quick here. I'm going to pull up the education webpage because I should have done it already. CK2 Wiki. And we're going to go look at education because this is the biggest thing, one of the biggest things that changed in Conclave. So, and we want to see what we need to do to get rid of indolent. All right, so check it out, right? With indolent, if you give them an advisor that is gregarious, there is a chance that that person will intervene positively into their education, and they can change that indolence into gregariousness. If they don't intervene, it can change into charitable, which is good, but it can also change into slothful, which is not good, and gluttonous, which is not good either. So we need to go ahead and try to intervene on that because gregarious is pretty good. Okay, but we are going to go Diplo route because we're curious. So that's not bad. I mean, being Diplo as a leader is not terrible. It does increase your amount of vassals that you can hold under you. But all right, so we're going to select Diplo, and then we're going to go in here to Educate Child. And we're going to click here, and it's going to bring up the list of everybody in our realm that can educate our child. And then we're just going to, excuse me. We're just going to type into the search box gregarious, which we don't even have to type the whole thing. You know, we can just type the first few letters. I'm old Greg. And we've got 3 different people who are gregarious, one of which is our son. So, yeah, that could be good. I mean, he has a vested interest in seeing this child do well. We could also give him to somebody for opinion. But the other 2 people are just courtiers, so piss on that. We're just going to go ahead and give him to Brian McMurchid. And hopefully he intervenes and makes him gregarious. Instead of slothful or gluttonous. Yeah, gluttonous. Gluttonous is bad. Slothful's bad too. Those are both terrible. And then, you know, we can always wish and hope that curious morphs into either quick or genius. That would be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we need to get married. So, let's look around. Let's see if it would be really, really nice if we could find a marriage where we wouldn't lose prestige. Because part of what set us back earlier was that we married beneath us. And we did not have enough prestige to revoke titles, because if you remember, you have to have 50 prestige to revoke titles away from people. And while we were sitting and waiting on the prestige to come back around, that was when that one guy died. So, all right, well, let's sort by age, I guess. So she is the half-sister of a count. She's 40, though, so she could pop out a kid. And she's the oldest one in the batch, too. We would lose no prestige from this, though. I think her scores are not terrible. Actually, they're pretty bad. Yeah. Wait, no. Her scores are okay. She's not going to be a millstone. I mean, she's decent in diplomacy. She's pretty good in war. She's okay-ish in stewardship. The other ones are pretty bad, but you know, if you're gonna have some throwaway scores early, those are the ones you want. We're kind of tossing the dice here on this gal because if we pop out another kid, that's gonna really screw up our day with Gavelkind. So, but I don't want to lose prestige, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, boom. We're gonna send that off. So he's marrying somebody a little bit younger. Women are capable of bearing children up until the age of 45. So what we can do, we can try to walk a thin line between pissing her off and making her really hate us, because the more that they like you, the higher chance that they will bear children with you as well. So okay, well, that's gonna go down now. How's our tech looking? It's coming up slowly. So because we started in 1066, we start out with like 3 pips of tech into pretty much everything except for technology, which is okay. You guys know I normally like starting a little bit earlier, but this is okay too. So we do have enough points where we could fill in one of these military techs, but I don't know. We might just wait. Military Organization 4 is mighty tempting. And these are going to go up passively on their own. Or maybe not. It looked like it was going up 0% per year. Whatever. Okay, so we are now married. And we got a claim when we married her. County of Castelo Branco. Where is this? We'd be at war with Galicia. Where's Castelo Branco? Ah, right there. Yeah, do you guys want to press that? No way. It's way too far away. Way too far away. Plus, they're bigger than we are. Higher up on the food chain. Okay. Good news, my lord. We received credible reports of your recent sightings of the great white stag in the province of Despomaine. So we're still we're hunting focused, so we're still trying to bag the white stag here. Oh man, we still owe money to the Jewish moneylenders too. So we're just gonna saddle up the horse and go for it. Hey, we built a war chest. So what that ambition's gonna do for us is it's gonna give us this buff right here, war taxes, national tax modifier plus 10%, which is not too bad. And it expires 1085, so we get to keep this for 3 years. So it's decent. And then we have no more. Oh, we do. We have an ambition to become King of Ireland. So we might as well go for it because with this ambition, there's a positive and a negative. It says King Murchad wants to become King of Ireland. If pagan, which we're not pagan, we're Christian, it allows him the unlimited use of the subjugation casus belli within the kingdom. Okay, so we can just disregard that. If the Fabricate Claims Counselor mission is available, which it is, it may acquire a claim on Ireland with this ambition, which is the positive. That's the positive side of this. You can fabricate a claim on the whole kingdom, which in turn basically gives you casus belli on everything. There's also a reduced cost for creating the kingdom if it does not yet exist. Okay, this ambition can't be canceled. That's the thing. The negative is it can't be canceled. So we're gonna go ahead and do it though, because he's old and you know he's probably not gonna get a chance to really do any other ambitions. So that's all right. Okay, well I think that's a pretty good place for us to stop. And in our next episode, we're probably going to go to war. I think we're going to go to war with Lagan here, unless something's changed for him. He only has 2,000 troops, and he has no allies. So we do have a claim on Lagan that we want to press before our ruler dies, before we lose that claim. And then we'll have 4 counties, which will be really nice. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me, and until next time, game on.